why you must give them space. Hi guys, my name is Christine and I'm a dating, relationship and personal development coach. And today I'm talking about why you must give them space. So whether this is an ex or someone that you were once interested in who rejected you, after kind of you've been dumped or you've been rejected, there needs to be space between you and this ex or you and this crush. You need to give them that space and time to think about their decision and to basically give them the opportunity to change their mind if they want to. Because when someone has dumped us or they've rejected us or disrespected us in some way, the worst thing that we can do is to keep on trying to maintain that relationship, to try and force things to keep on happening, to keep on, try to communicate with them, trying to convince them to be with us and things like that. That's literally the worst thing you can do, because it's never going to give them that space and time to actually question whether or not they made the right decision. Because if you're always in contact with someone, there's no way that they can miss you. They can't experience your absence. And the best way to show respect for yourself and to show that you're someone to be respected is to actually walk away from that person. And then if they want to rekindle things, then they have to be the one to make the effort. They have to be the one that reaches out to you. So what does space look like? So space looks like no contact. So that means you not contacting them. Because obviously you want to be in a relationship with them, right? You want to be with them romantically. However, they don't want that. They've displayed that by dumping you, by rejecting you. So if you keep on hanging around in the background, and you keep on talking to them and you keep on trying to convince them, or you just keep on chasing them and pursuing them, you are literally not respecting yourself. You are enabling them to just continue to do that in the future with you. You have to show respect for yourself, and they will respect you more if you walk away, and basically displaying to them that, yeah, I really like you, I'm interested in you, but if you're not interested in me, then I'm not going to hang about, because I don't want to waste my time. I don't want to waste my time with someone who isn't interested in me. But if you are wasting your time with someone who isn't interested in you, who has displayed that they're not interested in you, this is the serious disrespect to yourself, and this person definitely isn't going to respect you. And no one is going to want to be with someone who they don't respect. So if you want to start commanding more respect in your life, you need to walk away from those people that dump you and reject you. And it doesn't even have to be in romantic relationships. It's also when you're at work and let's say you feel like you're being undervalued and you feel like you deserve a raise. The best thing for you to do is to say to someone who, like your boss, you tell them that, oh, I would like a raise. And if they don't give it to you, then you threaten to walk. You say, okay, well, if you're not going to give me a raise, then I'm going to leave this job and go somewhere else because I feel like I'm being undervalued. And basically, if you're a valuable member of that company, that boss will give you that raise. That boss will try and keep you because you're a valuable member of the team. And it's the same with like family members. If someone in your family disrespects you, let's say you have like a dad or a father figure or even a mother figure, whatever, just a figure in your life who's important to you that keeps on belittling you and disrespecting you. You have to say to those people, I'm not interested in being spoke to in this way. You have my contact information, so contact me when you want to be nice to me, because I'm not going to stick around with this kind of berating happening to me all the time. It's really, really negative and toxic, and I want to be in a happy mood. So just contact me when you have basically come to your senses. But I'm out of here, basically. And that's what you need to display. You need to display that in all kinds of areas of your life. Because if you don't, people will not value you. People will not respect you. And if people don't value or respect you, they're going to treat you like dirt. And they're going to continue rejecting you, being mean to you, being horrible to you. You have to show that self-respect. So how do you know if your ex does want to get back with you? Let's say you do go into a no contact period. You don't post anything on social media. You don't like their posts. You don't look at their stories. You don't do anything. You basically go completely off the radar. They have to do this. They have to either call you up or message you directly and privately. Them liking your stuff, them unblocking you, them watching your stories, them even commenting or like retweeting your things are not important. That's not them contacting you. That's not them initiating contact with you. Them initiating contact with you is if they send you a direct private message or they phone you up. That is them breaking no contact. And when they do that specific action, contacting you by texting you, messaging you privately, or calling you up privately, that is when you can ask them if they would like to have a catch up one day, if they would like to come over and, have dinner together or something like that. That is what needs to happen. A lot of people think, oh, my ex added me as a friend on Facebook. Does that mean they want to get back together with me? Not necessarily. If they haven't messaged you, it doesn't mean squat. If they like your posts, but they haven't messaged you, it doesn't mean squat. If they've unblocked you, but they haven't messaged you, it doesn't mean squat. They need to directly message you. They need to directly phone you up or something along those lines. Not just a simple comment, not a like, not a retweet, not a follow, not a block, not an unblock. They have to directly message you. That is breaking no contact. That is them initiating contact with you and breaking no contact. Anything else is garbage and is basically meaningless. If you're enjoying this video so far, please leave a like on it and please do subscribe if you haven't done so already. And if you have any tips yourself or anything you'd like me to discuss in a future video, then please leave it down in the comments. Thank you so much. So why must you give them space? Why must you give them that time to think about you and to miss you? So the reason why you must give them space is if they rejected you or they left and dumped you on their own, therefore it has to be their decision to come back. It can't be your decision, right? It has to be their decision. If they made the decision to leave or the decision to reject you or the decision to be mean to you in some way, it has to be their decision to come back. No amount of you trying to convince them with logic, with reason, to show how much of a nice guy or a nice girl you are, basically trying to prove yourself to them, is not going to do anything. The only person that can convince them to come back is themselves. The best thing for you to do is to give them space to think about you, to miss you, and to dwell upon whether or not they made a mistake or not. And then once they've figured it out, once they think, okay, yeah, I made a mistake, or no, I haven't made a mistake, this is the best thing for me, that is when you'll find out whether or not they will come back, or the time will just keep on passing and you'll see that they're never coming back. But you have to allow them to come to that conclusion on themselves. You cannot convince them. So you need to have kind of like the emotional self-control to just allow them to just have that decision, to have that kind of feeling inside of themselves. If they don't want to come back, then that's their fault. That's their issue that they need to deal with. It's not your issue. It's how they feel, not how you feel. So basically what you need to do then is to obviously give them that time and space. And the best way to do that is to actually focus on other areas of your life, like your hobbies, your interests, your health, those kinds of areas, those other important areas of your life that you know you should be working on, but perhaps are procrastinating on. And if enough time has passed and you feel like you've healed, also be dating new people instead of just kind of waiting around for the ex to come back or this person who may have rejected you to change their mind about you. You have to move on. If someone has rejected you or dumped you, you kind of have to assume that they're not coming back, right? You need to obviously leave the situation, stop contacting them, because again, like I said, there's nothing you can do to convince them. The only person who can convince them is themselves. So the only thing you can do, the only thing that's in your control, that's in your power, is what you do from now on. So that means working on other areas of your life, creating a side business, working on your grandest goals and dreams so you can have a better life for yourself, working, trying to figure out what your perfect lifestyle will be like and working towards that so you can have an enjoyable life, dating new people, meeting new friends, basically designing a brilliant lifestyle for yourself. And then perhaps this ex will come back or perhaps they won't. But either way, you are not doing anything. You are doing non-action because that's the only thing you can do. You can't convince them. You can't try and lead them to think differently through action. It has to be through non-action. You have to remove yourself and give that person your absence, because if you don't give them space, if you don't give them time, they are never ever going to come back. Because at this current time, perhaps you're thinking, well, it could be 50-50. Perhaps they'll come back, perhaps they won't. But I can guarantee that odds will drop down to 0 of them coming back if you keep on contacting them, if you keep on breaking no contact, if you keep on begging, if you keep on trying to reason with them and keep on basically proving that trying to prove to them that you're a nice person, that you should be dated by them. The best action always is to do nothing. And honestly, this is the most freeing concept. Like, you don't have to do anything. You can be as lazy as possible when it comes to this person, and instead work on other areas of your life instead, and they'll come back or they won't. Let time reveal all to you. If this person needs you and wants you and loves you and wants to be in your life, they will eventually start making the effort. If they don't and they never come back, then you have your answer, but that's fine, because you're also working on your dreams, your goals, your ambitions, your hobbies, your friends, your health. You're doing all these other things, and you also might be dating new people as well. So ultimately, it shouldn't matter to you either way. If you would like to get in touch with me personally, then please go to www.christineloveridge.com, and I shall talk to you again very soon. Goodbye, guys.